Welcome back, guys. Time to wrap today up. Is Ragnarok going to come back? I almost called him Ragnaros, man. It's Hearthstone for you, man. Is Ragnarok going to come back, or can Stork close us out? Only one spot today remaining for the GSL Code S. I think Stork's got a good shot. His wins have been quite impressive. Excuse me, guys. I ate my dinner too fast. We have Echo is going to be the map for game number 4. Let's see if Stork is able to pull this off. Ragnarok, it's going to be tough. Stork's, it's already, exhibiting a greater and greater understanding of the game than even the times before when I casted it, which is exciting to see, but I don't think it bodes too well for Ragnarok. Our map is now loading up. Let's see if we can have a comeback here. Again, already 2 players going on in the Code S. It is now the fight for the final spot here today to ultimately compete in the most prestigious StarCraft II tournament in the world. But we got to do it here first. I'm Tasteless. Artosis is on vacation. Everybody else had casts to do.
Welcome to
So this is my first solo cast in 5 years at GOMTV.
Let's make it hot.
In the bottom right in the red.
CJN2's Ragnarok.
In the upper left in the blue.
Samsung Galaxy Stork.
Drone headed up here to the upper left. And Stork for, I believe, the third time out of these 4 games we're having here, where he's making the pylon at his expansion. And there is, of course, the option for cannon rushing. I don't think he'll do it now that he's been spotted here, but we'll see. So he's sending that probe out now. There is going to be a pull first here, a safety pull for Ragnarok. Definitely want to play it safe here. Stork hasn't cannon rushed yet, but he has definitely, fronted with a pylon, done some bluffing. And he's going to see now the hatchery hasn't been taken yet. How does he respond? He sees the pull. Is nearly done. The hatch was started back there, I believe, by the scouting drone. And this game should just normalize. It should turn into, your standard PvZ. And so he's going to just get that extra pylon, keep probing up. We'll have a gateway, a core, obviously gases as well. Ragnarok will take the predictable 3rd base, unless, this game gets a little bit weird. And then we're going to see where exactly they'll take this game. It'll be a little bit up to Stork too, unless Ragnarok decides to try to end it. It'll be Stork teching and Ragnarok responding. That's sort of how you boil down PvZ, really, is how does one, how does Zerg react properly to whatever the Protoss is doing? Because the Protoss is a race that just has got a ton of options. It always has. Problem is, some of those options are like indeed quite counterable. So it's hard. You gotta, and it's like Protoss has to try to mask that or throw the opposing player off. Mechanically, obviously, they both have to try to keep each other matched. This is another map that boils down to a ton of large ramps. So we'll see how that goes here. I mean, sometimes you can block out another army just by positioning that just right there. So there's a lot of ways, with a decent-sized army, you can kind of juke and jive back and forth, especially in this sort of diamond-shaped high ground here in the middle of the map. I think 4th base here for Zerg, definitely pushable. Definitely something Protoss might want to wait to punish. Stork's been playing a little bit differently from a lot of the Protosses I'm used to casting. He seems to be attacking at a lot of times when I'm just not used to, and even in game 1 with these guys, when Stork actually did manage to push across the map, and even though Zerg was 5-basing it, And Stork had just one Nexus remaining. I mean, he just had enough. And then in game 3, you know, unless I misanalyzed it, it just seemed like it was sort of a, you know, maybe a dangerous angle to attack at, not like the optimal time, but Stork had mapped it out pretty well and just pushed up and did it. So in game 4, we got the Stargate started up here. And let's see, I would assume just an Oracle tech. And it might even be something a little bit similar to what we've seen in some of the earlier games here from Stork in this series. Overlord, moments away now from scouting this. But, I mean, this is pretty business as usual for Protoss, right, to get a Stargate here. So it's not, it's always nicer to know, but it's not like radical that he discovered it. And we have the Oracle being started. I don't believe he's going to cancel it when this Overlord's coming out, but never count Stork to be a guy who wouldn't do something kind of, you know, out there and brainy and, you know, well thought out. But he's not going to do that. He lets that Oracle continue onward. I think probably the better bet, right? Just go ahead and send that out. Do a little bit of damage or do a little bit of scouting. You've got the option if you want to do another one of these big timings with a late robo using that. You've got a spotter. You're going to force Zerg to at least spend drones defending the Oracle. Or if he doesn't, you're definitely going to get some really nice kills here. And Stork's going to go ahead and go and expand with this. You know, Ragnarok didn't make a bunch of lings, so he couldn't do anything like run out and try to punish that expansion. Then again, if the Oracle is used defensively, he can actually take it out that way. Nice Queen Snipe, and now he goes ahead and shoots down the drones. This is going to be actually a surprisingly amount of damage now that he did. He got a Queen and I believe it was 4 drones killed off. I mean, that's a perfectly successful attack there by Stork. So he's off to a very good start. Again, like I was saying in the earlier best of 5s, when you watch this, you really see a better player adapt throughout a best of 5. That's why if you're ever, you know, I don't know, like let's say you want to play a friend or a rival of yours online, I mean, a best of 5 is a great way to settle the score because there's just less room for weird stuff to happen. And even if it is weird stuff where people would say that's unlucky, you know, or that's fair, you don't want to play me in a straight-up game, you have more time to try to read what their current way of approaching the game is. Sort of like why we do a best of 7 in the finals here in the GSL Code S. So we have the Spire starting here. The Roach Warren is almost done. And this has been a pretty good Oracle. I mean, he's continuing to get some kills. And he'll actually get out of here. So 8 kills on that Oracle. Considering Zerg got spores up, that was definitely a small loss right there for Zerg. And it looks like the cooling tower is under attack. He wants to make that fall over so he can block that entrance off. Hopefully that cooling tower does not keep the studio cool because it's pretty hot outside. yeah. Sorry guys, we're into like, what, hour 4 here, solo casting. So, Blink coming now. Spire almost done. And good scouting here with the hallucinated Phoenixes. Yeah, he's going to see that the Hydra Den is done. You know, Ragnarok's got his like own style in this matchup, it seems. It seems like he really likes Ling Hydra with the option of Roaches. Now note, he's making Mutas now, but he'll make that Hydra Den, and that's pretty smart. It's just 1 drone and a little bit of minerals and gas to generate the image of possibly mass Hydras, possibly a timing attack. And so we have the 22 Lings hatching, the 8 Mutas hatching as well. Now, while he's doing this, he's going to go ahead and expand over here at the center right. The Zealots are going to move out here. And actually, this could be bad. If those Zealots right-click on the hatchery, could be bad. And here's what he's doing as well. Hold up. He's getting the Queen here, and the Lings are going to get a nice surround. So, yeah, he did get the Queen. He kept the Zerg busy. That's one small victory. And there was some Lings traded here for the Zealots. So, here's what Stork's doing that I was confused and concerned about in, what was it, game 1? I think it was game 1 or game 2. I'm getting them games mixed up in my brain here. A lot of times when you see them massing up Mutas, you start to bank Phoenixes. And that's what he did. Now, he's sending them out now because they were spotted anyways. But you keep enough back there, and then you can just kind of hard counter the Mutas. They just don't have the utility. You just run around driving back the Mutalisks, and they become, you know, they're not an asset to the Zerg's army anymore. Now, the follow-up here with this is he's making a lot of Stalkers. What is... Let me check preview PC. Keep forgetting I can use this thing over here. I think Ragnarok might be in bad shape. He's got a lot of Lings and Hydras, but you know, it seems like the Mutas, whenever you invest in these units, it's always ideal if they pay for themselves or more. You want to make them do enough damage where you can feel good about it. And the nice thing about Mutas is you can always be moving them around on the map. So if there are opportunities, you're probably going to get it. But that didn't happen this game. And it looks like Stork's interested in attacking forward here. Maybe going to knock down the debris here in the middle, possibly so that there can't be a counterattack. Oh, excuse me, what am I talking about? That's actually, he just tears that down so he can just move through it. And that's going to give him a lot more access to this location. Now we have the Warp Prism coming out now. Some good harassment, by the way. Lots of successful Stargate harass. Obviously, Ragnarok needs to open this up a little bit wider. No, he backs up, making this a bit more of a funnel. And Stork really proceeding with caution here. Zerg is actually maxed out. Protoss has not, by the way, taken a fourth base. I think the best spot to take it, though, would be in the top center. Hold up, he's going to continue to push forward here. This is a pretty scary army. Remember, this is a map with a lot of valleys and narrow passages, so you can really, if you get the right force fields, really pick a fight that's going to be in your favor. Armor just now finishes as his battle starts up. Do we have a time warp? We just barely have a time warp before the Mothership Core goes down. He blinks back, force fields up. And so far, so good here. Stalkers in the back, not attacking, unfortunately. And Sentry's down to 0 now in this army, but he blinks forward. Oh my god, he's just really, really good with these Stalkers. Probably have a Blinding Cloud thrown down here from the Vipers, but guys, you know, making Stalkers is a really good strategy. This is just going to work. He just knows how to get, he just has his Stalker timing. He knows how to make it work. He's really good. And there ain't no stopping this guy. He's there with the Spire. That eliminates one of the key options Zerg need to you know, have fluid tech in the late game. GG takes it out. Stork came from the streets of Brood War. He's back. That's cool. Being a Brood War guy, spent a decade playing a bit of Brood War. I always like seeing people doing well in StarCraft II here. Nicely done. Stork is really on another level. Can he pull this off in Code S, though? That's a different story. We had some great players move on today. Sky High, Deer, and Stork now. I do hope to keep to see more of Ragnarok playing. He's a young guy. I think he's like 18 or something. So doesn't need to do his compulsory military service just yet. So, I mean, there's still time. Stork, he's an old nerd, man. He is a veteran, man. So nicely done. You know, the win that Ragnarok had, it was a good game, but I think a lot of it really did have to do with the map, the gold base being taken. Stork tried. I don't know if it was the best response to that base being taken, but hey, man, that's why you got more than one game to prove yourself to get into Code S. And this was a good day. Hello. This was a good day. I had fun solo casting. It had been a while. It felt a little bit awkward at first, but I think I got my footing with that. So thank you so much for joining me here in this GSL Code A. I will be here tomorrow along with Valdez. We'll be doing another day of the GSL Code A. And, of course, there's next week and the week after that as well. So thank you guys so much for joining me here at the GSL Code A. We will see you tomorrow. I love you. Good night.